Welcome to this channel. The channel is for educations and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So in the past few days, I've been sharing many things on the sticking body short strike Wing Chun. Like this, the last YouTube I share is on the Bong Sao. What is Bong of Wing Chun? And of course, sticking body. What is sticking body? What is the kinematic chain needed to support the sticking body short strike? And of course, also, what is the authentic Wing Chun, the sticking body short strike of 1850? So I've been sharing those, and also I'm been writing an article, sharing this article, Wing Chun as it, in this my my website here to show historically, uh, culturally, and technically what is Wing Chun, sticking body short strike. So I'm sharing this because Wing Chun Wing Chun cannot be as everybody like to be. Okay. You look at today's world, you have this Wing Chun, that Wing Chun. You have all kinds of creations, internal Wing Chun, whatever Wing Chun. But you know that those kind of stuff is like a really surface stuff. You those kind of stuff you never be able to use it in the say MMA. You know it doesn't have the content, okay? And also when you talk about Wing Chun, you have to have historical evidence. You cannot simply say, "Oh, I think so," my speculations, or as somebody make claim that after they study this Wing Chun, that Wing Chun, interview with this grandmaster, that grandmaster, then they speculate on this ancient Wing Chun, like the 1600 Wing Chun or whatever. Those are actually very problematic. It's a disaster. So today I like to further share with you. We in America today know to be really clear on what is Wing Chun. We have the evidence. And today I'm going to further share with you. Okay. So it is never just making claim without anything, we just back it up. And also to train in Wing Chun, which is a fighting art. It is not something fun. One have to know that there are serious risks when one train a fighting art. Okay. And of course, when I'm saying this here, many will question me. Well, Hendrik, why do you want to say this? You want to be a grandmaster? You want to be the oldest and all those lineage stuff? As what I shared last time in my YouTube, I careless on those grandmaster title. I careless on this whatever the best fighter, king of Wing Chun, those kind of stuff. I never care for those. Why? Because I start my martial art training with Kyokushin. Okay. You look at the reality of the world. Those type of stuff is just some kinds of uh, movie stuff. Okay. So that is not what I want. What I want is I want to find out what is Wing Chun. And it is I don't know, is luck or whatever, because I got that get writing, I get the transmissions, so I can probe in deep. So now I have found out what it is, and the goal is to put it in public now, to keep it in the United States of America, because those are Chinese culture. It is not mine. It has to be known. It has to be kept there. Chinese culture, face it, like Wing Chun and other Kung Fu, since past 130 years or so, it has been really distorted. The end of the Qing dynasty, things are really extremely corrupted. What can you expect with those people smoking opium every day? And then, of course, they get overthrown by Sun Yat-sen, right? And after the Qing get overthrown, then the young people there who don't understand things, saying that, oh, we don't want to have the ancient stuff anymore. We want to make everything westernized. So you use the modern Chinese language. They invent the Chinese language at that time using the modern Chinese language. At that point, the Chinese, the young people who was educated in this modern Chinese since early 1900 have not be able, have problem not be able to understand what is the ancient Chinese wrote for past 1,000 years. So it's like, for example, you change the your code, your computer password, and all your storage, you no longer be able to turn on or evoke it. You not be able to read it anymore. That's how bad it is. You get to cultural evolutions. Actually, even beyond before cultural evolution, it is already destroying Chinese culture. In the time I was born, 1960, around that time, Buddhism, Chinese Buddhism, the Zen, the Shaolin, of those kind of stuff. The communists actually dismissed the Sangha of Buddha of the Buddhists in China. Okay, in one of my article, you can find that that is a saying, that is a picture, that photo, that at that time they said everything have to follow the country, the communist country. Here on, people can eat meat, can drink wine, whatever, and everybody mind their business. It no longer is the Buddhist Sangha. And my teacher's teacher, Mang Xin, was beaten, 100-something year old, was beaten and It's actually destroyed already at that time, 1960s. Get to the cultural evolutions. The between 1966 and 1976 is gone. A few of my friend who is in their 90s now from Canton told me because they go through those cultural evolutions in 1960 between 1966 and 1976. Look at how many things in Fatsan they destroy. So it is a tragic. I'm saying this not to blame, but it is a tragic. It's a mess. Suddenly you got this Chinese culture, and people just trash it, destroy it. As for Wing Chun, past 130 years of evolution, you know it is by evidence. It is never be able to see the full views. People like Grandmaster Yip Man try his best on with whatever he have, try to rebuild stuff. And in today China, of course, there are many uh, Wing Chun Sifu uh, with what they know in the piece and bits, what I heard from the past generation, try to build things. But they cannot because you need a lot of information there. It's no longer in China. Okay. So that's why it is my duty. It's not that I want to be number one, this and that. It is as clear as if I want to go to learn BJJ today. Okay. So say for example, I learn down, I lay down in the ground, and then I will have many, many things I have need to learn to avoid I get I get punched when I'm down there. There are a lot of things, a lot of details. But you look at today's Wing Chun, you don't have that many details anymore. At, as I shared the other day in my YouTube about sticking body, short strike. We now know the term, but we don't know what it is. That's why I make this YouTube to explain what it is. And you come to America, you come to Europe, people start to creating stuff. In Hong Kong, thing was created, and then it was brought back to China, and all you can check all this thing like it's like who copy who. Okay. So there's the situations. No, I'm not whining here. This is a serious stuff because you don't have Wing Chun. Like if you say, oh, the boxing, Western boxing, uh, elbow roll is your bong sao. You don't know what is Western boxing, and you don't know what is Wing Chun if you make that type of statement. And then if you get into those, oh, convince me, pursue me, I think, I believe, forget about it. It's like when you go to learn BJJ. If you want to learn, you follow the rule. If you don't want to learn, get out. Nobody have time for you to try to pursue you. Who the hell you are, you think? Same thing with Kyokushin. You want to learn, you want to do 10,000 rounds kick, you do it. Okay? Stop to keep talking nonsense. Same with Western boxing. You look at all those who train. But in Wing Chun, today's education, everybody have their 5 cents. So education-wise is bad. It is screwing up the the Chinese culture. Now today I want to share with you more. Like for example, the other day I say that the Bong Sao is from General Qi Ji Guang. Then somebody will say, "Well, Hendrik, I'm not convinced, blah, 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 all kinds of stuff." I have a comment on my under my YouTube. Are you serious? So usually I say, well, you can think what you like on thing you don't know. It's not my concerns. So I want to share with you today. There are still a lot of things I did not release. Why? Because I don't want people to stealing what I have and then go make their Wing Chun or internal or all those kind of stuff. That's why I have always more thing there. What do you expect? When I sleep with that thing for 46 years, I sleep with it every day, every night, and search into it, going around the world to search for it. So I want to share with you this. We like it or not, Chinese culture is really simple. As I share with you, Chinese culture is just if you found something, you just find the source of it, which explain what it is in written. So the Wing Chun 1850 is written here. And we look into the source of whatever this is. The Hong Mun or the in America the Chinese Freemasons. The signature is there, and you explain it with what is going on there, and you found the Shaolin sword strike. You found the 峨眉十二庄. You found some white crane stuff, Fujian white crane stuff, not much. The style is Shaolin sword strike is the bottom line. So this is what Wing Chun is. Now, speaking of Bong Sao, Bong. Bong, the application is in the part two of the of the 1850s Wing Chun. Is in the part two. Basically, is in this line, and this line. So I've translated. So it is this line. Wing elbow bending waist visit the opponent under the floor. Spiral upward, hurry capture the goats with eager crawl. There's two lines is about Bong. Okay? Wing elbow bending waist visit the opponents under the floor. Spiral upwards, hurry capture the goats with the eager crawl. You know what is this? You know what is this? Let me show you what it is. Okay, so this is in this book. Is in this book. In the Wing Chun Inception book. Okay, so the translation. So I just wrote this book because this is all what you need, for the Chinese cultural textbook, right? Now, this is General Qi Ji Guang's classic, the momentum, the combo. It is again in this book. Kung Fu 1560. This is the first book in the world in it is translated in the English. You don't find anybody have this type of stuff, okay? So you look at this. This is like your Guan Sao, this is your Bong Sao. It is named as reverse phoenix elbow momentum. Bong is named as phoenix elbow. That's the ancient time naming in the Qi Guang time. So well, then you say, well, this is a writing about this. Henry, are you sure? Let's translate this into here. Reverse phoenix elbow momentum. Step out with jotting. Move the opponent's arm upward to attack the opponent's heart. Seize the groin or attack the throat. Pull the bow regularly. Hand and feet must be coordinated. Step out and jotting. It is this bend waist. Wing elbow. It is the phoenix elbow. Move the opponent's arm upward and attack the opponent's heart. It is the visit the opponent under the floor. You go under the floor. You don't go on the top. The attack coming in, you go under. So from here, under his arm, you strike him. Under his attack, you strike him. That is called under the floor. You visit him under the floor. That is what it is. Move the opponent's arm upward to attack the opponent's heart. You move him upward. He's upward. Seize the groin or attack the throat. Okay, so here it said in Chinese, it said, see, the Chinese don't say groin and throat. The Chinese saying, okay, I didn't explain here. Okay, let me explain to you. This groin and throat, the Chinese saying that the Qi Guang time is say that catching the rabbits, okay, catching the rabbits. That means the groin or the throat. That's what it is. Spiral upward, hurry, capture the goats with eager crawl. What is goat? It could be your groin, it could be your throat. After the bong, you strike him with the elbow. This hand can be going to the groin or going for the throat. That's what this two line is. So these two lines is actually this momentum, this combo of Qi Guang. That's why I told you there's a lot of things I know I didn't release it. Okay? That's what I said. It is from Shaolin Short Strike. So where the Shaolin Short Strike come? As in my article, I just show you just now. This article. Wing Chun as it. The Shaolin Short Strike. The Shaolin Short Strike. Where does the Shaolin Short Strike originate from? General Qi Guang's chapter 14. Chapter 14 there. So we know you don't have to believe me. We have evidence to decode this two line. You use the old ancient Chinese rule. You find out where it's from. It is from the reverse Phoenix elbow momentum of Chi Chi Guan Classic. So bingo, we know it. And of course, there is a reverse Phoenix elbow. There also is a forward Phoenix elbow momentum. Over here, it said forward Phoenix elbow momentum, move close into the opponents and strike fast torque. And the opponent has difficulties to cover himself, reverse torque, trot choke, proceed with a throw who would dare to rush forward. You see, people, many people leave message for me saying the World Hendrick is so close, sticking body. Well, sticking body is always go to the trot, going to your groin, going to your rib cage, your solar plexus, and then throw. So it is a different type of art. You know, we don't question why is BJJ going this close? Are you sure BJJ can fight going this close? Do you ask those kind of questions? Or Western boxing so close? Can you be able to fight? You know, people sometimes watching movie too much, getting brainwashed, and not be able to see that, as I shared with you the other day, you have so many different types of fighting arts style there. Okay. So even in the this is 1560s. So one cannot just using one's really limited mind, like today's Wing Chun people, not everybody, but a lot of people thinking that they can make up whatever they want. So it is the same with if you don't know BJJ and then you say, oh yeah, I heard about this. I think about this. BJJ, this technique is for this. And none of it going to ground. Okay. So that is how serious it is. And yet we have all this document. We have all this document. In fact, that I wrote this is because I purposely want it to be in the ISBN. So no Chinese can destroy this anymore. Okay. So Bong Sao, there's Bong. Now, if you pass after 130 years, you'll not be able to explain what is Bong. There's a serious problem there. Okay. Now, other thing is what I like to share with you. As I just mentioned with you, fighting art is not for fun. Fighting art, there's a lot of risk to yourself if you really go for it. Okay. Everybody need to know that. Wing Chun is not what you see in in the movie, in the story. So 2 days ago, a friend, an MMA friend, sent me this YouTube, okay, from Rokas. Jiu-Jitsu destroying my leg for life. Ask me my opinion. I like Rokas YouTube. I like him. He's very honest guy and straightforward guy. So he's talking about how his leg get injured, and here he say, I really need to think this type of risk in my life. So watch your YouTube, okay? So you practice fighting art, you need to expect that you get this kind of injury. And here you see that as another friend here saying that I was paralyzed from my neck to the front of my scalp in boxing training. Okay, and during a drill where we were supposed to do only body shot, this pro boxer gave me a surprise uppercut and hook and laugh. So this is always a risk. Everybody have to pay their price, okay, in this kind of thing. Now, is that necessary? Well, speaking of this, of course, you say, well, Henry, you walk your talk. Sure. Look at my elbow. There's a lifetime too. Where is it from? Of course, martial art training, sparring, right? Look at my hand here. This is the proper arm. That's a lifetime stuff, okay? And I'm still lucky. At that time, when I was Kyokushin, sparring here all day, just you just testing this, testing that. Many of my classmates train really hard, and they all get hernia, scare the hell out of me. Okay, of course, I shared with you before too. My teacher, some died kidney problem, some died with the heart problem. They come with fighting arts. So watch this YouTube. Watch this YouTube. This is the reality of fighting art. This is not something fun. Okay, so that's why I wrote this book. I wrote this book, Decoding Wing Chun. Why? This is external, ex like your bone get injury like this, you just you have to live with it in your life. And this one is dangerous, to your neck and so forth. You can paralyze for your entire life. What I wrote here in Decoding Wing Chun, where most people don't know now today, but it is there in 1850, is that there's an internal injury. You damage your internal organs. That's why you need to know which type of training you are in. You need to know the breathing come with it. Because up here you're going to generate a lot of high intensity pressure within your body. Your body need to take impact, and you into really strenuous situations. And if you have chronic disease, you must not touch that. That's why I put it in scientific, measurable. You want to fighting, you train this way, you need to measure this way, fitness this way, and for just recovery, you train that way. You need to be this clear. You need to be this clear. You just don't just go train as you like. Those are silent killer. If you have your have your really high intensity intra-abdominal pressure or chest pressure, like those people who do ibuki or sanjin, you can get into a heart problem, blood pressure problem, glaucoma. It doesn't hit you like our friend Locas there, breaking the, or hurting, damaging the joint and so forth. But it it is a silence, a slow process. When you get there, is unreversible. That's why I said there's my teacher who died with kidney issue, with this heart issue. Those things is not something we want to touch. Especially in today's world that where medical insurance is really, really expensive, and you cannot afford to get sick. And this is what the real internal is. So real internal is not those bullshit. Oh, I can fudging. I can like if I do this, there is internal. Okay. Uh, if I just do some type of uh, mimicking stuff, okay, like just a demo, like oh, this is internal. I mean, forget about those internal, okay. Those are just really, really uh, some very basic stuff, not even real internal. Because in the real fight, you like it or not, you have to go through the the thing like this. Even even 460 years ago, 1560, you have to go through this. Are you sure that every day you say, well, I punch this, fudging, I can push? I mean, come on, when you get into this, you know that it's a matter of second you get KO if you do those kind of stuff. Okay. And also, what do you do? What do you know anyway on this handling of your body? You talk about chi, but do you know how to handling this? Look at those internal guy. How many of them really train for fighting? Like train in high VO2 max, train in the maximum heart rate. Okay, how many of them? We look around. Practically not nobody is there. You want to fight Mike Tyson? Come on. But then when you want to train that, if you don't have Mike Tyson body, you better don't do it. And even if you do it, you like a lot of boxer, like like this Lucas presentation here. Look at all this friends uh, 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 comments there. There's a lot of things can go wrong. Okay, and I mentioned this today for you is if you have a school or train by yourself, make sure you know this thing before. In 1850s Wing Chun, yes, this kind of thing exists. That's why I now I translate it, I map it into sports science. so that everybody need to know this is about your health. Don't take a risk for yourself. You can say, oh, I train my Wing Chun 1850 only for my fitness and nourishing. I'm not training for fighting. I can say that. Nobody said you're wrong. Be smart. Why am I going to damage my body? But when you get into the ring, you get into to fight, then you expect to get something like that. Okay. So those are dangerous stuff. Okay. It is not like, oh yeah, I'm the best fighter. I can heal myself. Come on. So we need an education. We need to know what we get into. We need to know what exactly happened with the Chinese, with the Wing Chun. And finally, I like to share this with you. This is in this book, the same, in this Kung Fu 1560 book, the Chi Chi Guang book. Look at this closely. This is called probing horse momentum. Look at this closely. Okay? And here he said what? Probing horse momentum is from Song Dynasty Emperor. This momentum can transform into feint type of or an overcome type of momentum. Okay, a feint type or overcome type of momentum. Attack dodge from weak position turn into strong position. An excellent momentum to pair with the short strike or countering short strike. So why do I brought this up here? Look at this, okay? Look at this. Now look at this. Isn't that is the probing horse momentum? Isn't that that's about short strike, pair with short strike or countering short strike? So the guy who invented the Wing Chun is pretty educated guy. This itself, it show that it is from the anti-Qing male play female role group of the Fine Jet anti-Qing red boat. It also it shows it is from General Qi Ji Guang. They belong to the Ming Dynasty. And the quote here, present the sword finger and wing elbow to the hero. That is the Hongmun. That is the code, the identity code of the anti-Qing, or in America, the Chinese Freemasons. So this itself, it overlaps three things. The identity of the group, which is the male play female role, the Hongmun, the anti-Qing, and also they are from Ming Dynasty, Qi Ji Guang, descended. Okay. So as what I share with you, in just this page, this writing, there's so many things there. And it doesn't have to be my opinion. You just check in whatever it is, where the things come from. You let the data speak for itself. That's what I do. And I didn't say in my opinion. According to my sifu, I don't. I'll just tell you, okay, this is according to the ancient General Qi Ji Guang classic, Shaolin classic. The science is for that. Now we match up. Is it real deal? Yes, it is real deal. That's what sticking body short strike is. That is Chinese culture. But it's very sad today. Wing Chun is like dance. And people keeping making up this internal this and that. They couldn't even breathe. Sorry to say. As what I put in just now I shared with you. There are windy breathing, there are common breathing, and there are subtle breathing. You look at all those so-called claim to be internal Wing Chun, whatever, 1600, whatever, grandmaster. Can they even breathe? Not to mention that they have to handle this three type of breathing. When you fight Mike Tyson, you need to have a good body, very strong body, equivalent to Mike Tyson, and you know how to breathe. You look at Mike Tyson and breathe in the windy breathing. Sorry, it's not your Tai Chi breathing. It's not your Xiu Lim Tao breathing. Do you have that? So this is I share with you more today to tell you that Wing Chun, sticking body, short strike is beyond our imaginations. It is not what you see today. Of course, we 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 empathy, we respect those sifus and grandmaster in the past that try to piece together Wing Chun. We need to respect them, but in their situations, they don't have the informations. So, like Grandmaster Yip Man, I believe that if they have all this information like I have today, he will say it, or else he will not stand up to put his in his interview that saying that hey, Wing Chun is not Shaolin Wing Chun. And also with the Shaolin Wing Chun people, what to argue? I just share with you, open it under the sun. Come on, Wing Chun is not from Wang Chun. You guys don't have this type of art. You guys have different type of art. Over here, I'm not saying that who is more advanced. I don't do the comparison, but I'm saying that in the Chinese history, stop the distorting Wing Chun and stop to saying, oh, like in the YouTube, you can see Yip Man is the one who changed the Wang Chun, the Eternal Spring, to Wing Chun because he's in the Hong Kong. He's in Hong Kong, then he do that. Or Liang Zhan is the guy who changed it. The bottom line is, what do you know about Wing Chun? You don't. So in the Chinese cultural standpoint, like we here in America, we have Hispanic, no, we have Indian, we have Japanese, we have Korean, we have Chinese, we have German, we have so many different races. Do you want your culture being screwed up, distorted by other people? We in America, we actually you can see in the university, in area where people will say no, okay? Because we respect other people's culture. We don't screw around other people's stuff. In fact, we want to help them to protect. So you see that, every time when there are protests, that a certain culture being put down or distorted, you can see we all go there. Disregard of races, disregard of skin color. We go down there, we support because that is the proper way to do things. It's not the way that you just accuse people where you don't even know what it is. Or you just create. This is internal Wing Chun, where you don't even know what it is. And you distort it and you send all this thing in the world. What is that for? And you end up screw up our Western friends. worldwide friends. That's not responsibility. That's not the act of a gentleman, not even talk about the act of a grandmaster. You want to be grandmaster, you have to be like a Mas Oyama who responsible for the entire Kyokushin or Helio Gracie for the BJJ. If you are not there, come on. And we Wing Chuner, now we know what it is. I mean, why settle for less? Have I ever tell you anything here about lineage? I did, right? I have never tell you about lineage, right? This is Chinese culture. And I often asking, since Grandmaster Yip Man stood up for Wing Chun 50 years ago, who else stood up for Wing Chun? Well, you can hear that people say, wow, Yip Man learned from Yin Kei San, learned from this, from that. And then people say, well, Yin Kei San learned from Feng Xiu Cheng, Dai Fa Ming Gam. That is close to the or is from the Shaolin Wang Chun. But obviously, Grandmaster Yip Man say no, right? Obviously, based on history, I prove to you today in all my YouTube and the books and all by details. It is not. Grandmaster Yip Man is right. He's correct. You support people because they are speaking of the truth. You don't bully people. You don't twisting things around. And when people ask you, so what is the evidence? So from here today, I share with you, right? 1850 Wing Chun. Shaolin Short Strike, you know, is from the, like in my article, I say it's from Xuanji, Mang Xuanji of Songshan Shaolin. But that Shaolin is not today's communist China Shaolin, which is, I don't even know what the heck it is. Okay. And, within the salutation I just shared with you, is Qi Ji Guang there, the opera there, it is the Chinese Freemasons there. Everything, bit and piece, everything, it is a system. It actually locked itself up. Wing Chuners who care for Wing Chun and really want to learn the art need to know this exists, need to have all these basic educations, and then you can evolve from this. Otherwise, what can you evolve? You don't even know what it is. And also, you need to look into the risk of that training. You want to do sparring? Of course, you need to do sparring. Or you end up with like this. Or like our friend Raw Girls there in the YouTube, watch it. Okay. And then another thing is like what I call the silent killer. They gradually screw up your body. Those you need to know. So if you don't have the money to buy my book, just watch this YouTube, this channel. There's many times I already tell everybody, I warn everybody, you don't do thing which is screw yourself up. Because if you do those kind of things, in this world, it is very sad. I cannot have everybody, I cannot save everybody, but I see it too. You know why a person is homeless sometimes or poor often? It's because they are sick. When they sick, they cannot use their body as a healthy person. They cannot work. They sick, they cannot work. They run out the money. And there's negative spiral going down. And it is like you get spiral into the hell. You never be able to get out. So we need to take care of this body, our body, especially in this mo in the era right now where things going really fast. It's very difficult to get a job. Even if you have a PhD today, you look at the way how to get a job, it's not easy today with the AIs and so forth. So take care of your body. Don't do something which is you don't know. And please don't teach your student if you don't know things like that. If if they get into this silent killer, silent damaging of the body, or the Chinese call it the internal injury, then it is the responsibility of the teacher, right? You know, people don't send their kid to your school to get their knee screwed up for your lifetime or get paralyzed and not to develop internal problem. So this is what I like to share with you. Reality is not movie. Movie is for entertainment. I know what I'm saying here. Like yesterday, there are two persons who train Qigong visited me and said, "Well, Hendrik, you know, the YouTube you put down there, nobody will listen to it." I say, "I know that. Those who listen, if just only single a person listen to it, then I'm happy." So who is the person who will listen to it? People who, when they get into trouble or they see that something go wrong, if my YouTube be able to help them to prevent they continue on to cross the line of no return, I'm happy. Life is short. I don't like this fighting stuff. Just to seriously tell you. Even though, you know, when I was young, I'm pretty naive to, you know, go fight and this and that. But today, I rather to teach the real qigong, the real healthy practice for free. Yeah, for free. Than the sticking body short strike. Because what can help people is those things. Like you say, fighting, you know, come on. For entertainment today, for sport, okay. Real life, most of us will not have those kind of real training for those professional stuff.